Mr. Beast finally, he was doing an investigation this whole time. Obviously, his lawyers told him he couldn't respond to any of the things that was being said about him until the investigation was over. Makes sense. So it's concluded. Took a couple months, but it's concluded. So this is, Keemstar Drama Alert conveniently kind of summed up the whole thing because it was a 2.5-hour podcast. I'll be honest, bro. So we'll catch up. I want to see. Feel me? We'll catch up. There's a bunch of things that was said, so I haven't watched it. I don't know which ones he's gonna respond to and which ones he won't. But number one, Mr. Beast will likely be suing Dogpack.
Are you gonna sue Dogpack?
Well, you know, there's tons of examples of him intentionally manipulating things to not be true and posting it online. Tons and tons and tons of that. Soggy has basically an hour and 27-minute video, and an hour of it is just flat out proving manipulation and lies and caused a lot of harm to my businesses. I mean, I've literally had people pull out millions of dollars and then tell me it was directly because of his video. And don't worry, I instantly was like, can you send that in writing? So, you know, if I win a case or anything, I can directly point damages. No reason why. And so, I mean,
okay, so if you're unfamiliar, because I'm a little unfamiliar, but I do remember this. Yeah, bro, 15 million views, 12 million views. This is not even the I was thinking about, because the I was thinking about made like 12 videos on him. Unless he privated them all, I'm not sure.
It's just unfortunate. Like, I don't want to be put in this situation, but probably gonna have to. I mean, it's just. I mean, what do you do if someone's just
he took down one of the videos,
misinformation about you, and you know, just causing harm to your business and like getting it to the point
well,
where you might have
Mr. Beast for sure downloaded all of them.
So much revenue. It's like it's not fair to the people in my companies. You know what I mean? It's just sad. You know, it's not a thing I take joy in, but
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys, I have a theory. It's not even a theory. It's just fact. Like when you put a face on something, it's easier to like it. It's easier to hate it. I spit. Oh my god, my theories are really like, I'm getting good with this shit. Like, for example, NBA 2K. The face is Ronnie. It's so easy to hate that nigga when something goes wrong. You feel me? But Apple, it's kind of hard to hate Apple because there's no like obvious face. If you ask a bot on the street who runs Apple, nobody knows shit about nothing, bro. Since Steve Jobs passed away, nobody knows Tim Cook. Nobody knows anything. So when you hate Apple, you can't visualize what you really mad at. When your fucking phone cracks again because they keep making the shit sweet. You feel me? Like, so because content creators are the face, they are easier to like. They are easier to like. You can see him anywhere. Like, he'll make you feel good when you see his face if you enjoy his videos. But they're also way easier to hate. And so, like, I think they do get an undue amount of love and hate criticism from people because realistically, Lunchley got way more heat than Nestle does. Nestle's stealing land from people, and allegedly using a whole bunch of I can't even use. I don't want to catch a case neither. They're doing some wild shit, bro, but they won't catch enough. They won't catch more heat than Mr. Beast because there's no face to Nestle. Do you get? Someone in the chat said it. Yeah, Beck Dad said it.
Yeah. So. Okay. So. Yes.
They're not done drafting it up, but once they're done, more than likely, yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's
every law firm I've talked to, they're like, this would be the easiest win they've ever seen.
It probably will be.
It's like crazy. I had one tell me like you could chop up all the evidence into like sue 3 separate times and win all 3 cases because you'd have enough for each. Like one person I was talking to, he's won like 67 out of his last 70 cases, and he's like, this would be literally the easiest case I've ever done. Like it's because there's just so much blatant, you know.
Yo, all Mr. Beast would have to do to win a civil suit, he could defamation, libel, whatever he wants to like argue. All he has to do is prove he was harmed as a result, which he can do because he's saying he has it in writing, and then prove the guy lied intentionally. Which I don't know, like I didn't watch the videos, but like they're long videos, so he probably said a lot of things. And if he could prove both of those, that guy's cooked. See, the way CoffeeZilla does it is good because when CoffeeZilla isn't sure, he'll deadass tell you like, this is no way to prove this, but allegedly, like you could tell CoffeeZilla consults lawyers.
I investigated
before
Mr.
even making videos like this because he doesn't want to be on the wrong side of a lawsuit. You're allowed to be a journalist, you're allowed to criticize, you're allowed to make these videos. But if you're intentionally lying or you're being negligent in trying to find out the truth, yeah, you can get hunted. Mr. Beast speaks on why he was silent for so long. And he should be his lawyer. No, I just took one law class, so I talk like I know everything, but realistically, I don't know shit. But I'm pretty sure everything I said is correct, though. I'm pretty sure.
And part of that investigation is they recommended that I not talk about drama or really
How does
do
academics
anything
get away
online
with it?
because it might
You get
influence,
sued.
you know, witnesses or any people they might interview or ex-employees. So it's a little unfortunate because I told them, okay, I'll wait till the
But he says
investigation is over.
allegedly.
And I believe that was literally like a week before the dog pack video came out. And then, truthfully, just in transparency, I've never done
Law
one
student
of these
here,
like
you
big
can
investigations
confirm
before.
you were
And
mostly
in my
correct.
head, it was going to last like 2 or 3 weeks. It ended up taking a couple months. Apparently, combing through all the documents and doing all the interviews and everything just took way longer than I thought because I've never had to bring in a top tier law firm and a former federal prosecutor and let him, do this really big thing. And so that kind of concluded a couple weeks ago when I put out the tweet of the follow-up.
Yeah.
Like that was the day I got the conclusion of it. And I was like, okay, in transparency, I'll throw this out. So up until that point, it was, I had told Quinn Emanuel that, to protect the integrity, I wouldn't do anything or engage in any of this drama. And then after that, yeah, like you said, a lot of stuff had come out between when the investigation started and when it ended. And I was just kind of like, whoa, I don't really know how to like hit this stuff. And I made like a little response video, but it's just kind of not my style where I just kind of like put a lot of the information that I assume we're going to talk about here out. And it just felt weird. Yeah, I mean, truthfully, I've never been in a situation where people have thrown this much stuff at me, and I definitely could have handled it better. Like, I probably should have, like, the second I could have talked. Like,
additional context, more information on this is provided by Mr. Beast in the doc linked in the description, specifically a doc from QE outlining the initial recommendation for silence.
I don't remember the exact date, 2 or 3 weeks ago when we put that report out. Probably should have done something like this right then. If I could go back in time, I would. And yeah, that's kind of like the brain dump, and then here I am.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask. You answered it towards the end, but like, do you regret that? Obviously.
Yeah. If I could go back in time, I would do what we're doing here because I assume this is like the correct format. It's gonna be a little bit more free flowing and natural, and I wouldn't have wasted so much time like trying to do a response. It's just not my thing. I like so much better. Or I'm assuming. I mean, we just started, but I think I'm gonna like so much better being asked the questions and answer it instead of just like sitting in a chair like this answering it. Just feels a little more natural.
Gotcha.
Okay, so his lawyers told him not to say anything. He was able to prove that, which is why he tried his hardest not to say anything, even though everybody was asking him to respond.
CGI.
Fair. Mr. Beast denies rampant use of CGI in his videos. Who fucking cares? What the fuck? That's an allegation?
So, why do you choose to use it?
JB, thank you for the 24
Good
months.
question. And yes, I do think rampant use of CGI can undermine it, and I try to do my best to be transparent. Did you ever see So Crispy's video where they showed the behind the scenes of our Squid Game video?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so we've done that. We've done lots of BTS videos on them, and we've done other BTS videos. So I try to show it transparently, but let me think about it. I mean, honestly, the truth is, like, obviously there are channels like Corridor Digital and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but can you really think of any, like, entertainment channels like mine that really do this, like even have the budgets to kind of do this kind of stuff? It's something I've always thought a lot about because like we're really pushing.
Why is that
boundaries,
a bad thing? No, those are fake. No, it's like for example, there's plenty of reasons why you would want to use CGI to get like good B-roll, to give context to a situation. Like, as long as he's not faking the actual content, then I don't think there's no problem with CGI.
I want to like keep leveling things up, and I think that's a cool way to do it. But it's not like there's some like playbook on how to like incorporate it, right? Because no one else really
That's
does
cool
it.
to me.
Like
That's a negative?
something I was thinking about is like.
Yeah, imagine if I
like,
use
also
CGI on stream, everyone was like, ew!
That's interesting.
Yeah, or like having some like gimmicky thing where like whatever we do, we
cares,
like
bro?
put like a
Not
little
deadass though. Like,
Beast
niggas be
logo on
having
it,
too
so
much
it's
free
like
time, bro.
If people
I don't even want to see the rest of this specific clip. Bro, if you are worried about missing me CGI, I want you to know you have too much free time, bro, and you need to invest in yourself by getting a job, okay? Mr. Reese speaks on illegal lottery allegations. What the fuck?
Was there any compliance, any steps taken to prevent this? What is your just perspective on that?
Yes. So I don't think we did. I have people looking into it and like trying to pull the footage and figure it out. You know, he disproved the two, which I mean, those were crazy. I'm trying to. I don't want to just like speculate. I have a team looking into it. I don't think we did though. But regardless, just to be truthful, if people want a refund or think for whatever reason, like
Information on refunds included by Mr. Beast in the doc below. Yo, what lottery are they talking about? I'm missing the context here.
we did
Cat, thank you for
something wrong,
resub.
I'll send you a link that you can just put in the description where they can get a refund. Maybe you just throw it on the screen here.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, at the moment, that's all I really have to say. Maybe I could do a follow up in the future. I'm trying to, dig up all the footage from that live stream. This was like many years ago. Like this isn't like something I did 3 months ago.
Yeah. COVID. Was
Yeah.
there any compliance, any steps taken to
Nigga
prevent
said, "I
this?
want a refund."
What is your just perspective on that?
Yes. So I don't think we did. I have people looking into it and like.
Okay. So he did some sort of like giveaway, I'm assuming, some sort of lottery giveaway. Nigga, applications from 3 years ago. Jeez Louise. Mr. Beast denies insider trading via crypto.
Coffee's video.
Yeah, Coffee's video and the report. Well, so I'll start off with the report. I mean, most people probably haven't even read it, but that's what kind of spawned that whole thing was this. Did you see it? Like yeah. So the gist of this crypto report that was. 1 second, sorry, it's not my.
Oh, niggas panicking.
The gist of this report was Jimmy is too stupid to like make this kind of money, therefore it must be insider trading. This is his wallet, clearly there was insider trading because he never would have been able to make this kind of money, when in reality, which is what I told Coffee in that statement we gave him, it was managed by a fund. So I wasn't the one managing the wallet. I've never had access to that wallet. I've never done the buying and selling on that wallet. There's a actual professional who's written books on crypto and lived and breathes crypto every second of the day managing it. So most of the allegations there are just answered by I am too stupid to do that. That's why a fund was managing it. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, like Coffee said, if he literally said this in a video. If you like Jimmy, then you're like, yeah, he has answers for everything.
All right, this is what I think. So I did watch CoffeeZilla's video. I was going to sleep watching this specific video right here, and he wasn't being biased in this video at all. When he thought Mr. Beast was involved, he said it's likely. He uses words like likely. He doesn't use definitive words because it's tough to prove certain things unless you have writing or you have a witness testimony. Basically, Mr. Beast had a crypto wallet, but that was being managed by a guy, but they were doing shady things. They were selling when they said they wouldn't sell. It looked like they were involved in rug pulls. There was a charity thing that they sold early on. It looked kind of crazy when you watch this whole video. Mr. Beast is basically saying he doesn't control the wallet, but there was a clip in this video where Mr. Beast was on a podcast.
How many?
I don't want to say, but
You have to say, bro. You have to.
I bought multiple ones. Yeah.
Well,
Mr. Beast basically said yeah, I went and bought this one, which made it seem like he was more in control than he made it seem. But if there's a way for him to prove he doesn't control that wallet, then that's good. Realistically, Mr. Beast doesn't need to make $10 million through crypto, bro. All he needs is one fucking brand deal. Why even risk your reputation trying to scam somebody when you could just do one brand deal? If someone in the chat scams somebody for $10 million, I understand. Unless you're just some rich fuck. But realistically, I just don't see this nigga risking his reputation for $10 million. He could just drop another video. And the thing is Mr. Beast doesn't even buy fancy things. He just puts it all back into his video. So it's not like he's trying to run off with a bag and buy a big house.
This checks out, and if you don't like Jimmy, then you're gonna go. There's obviously wrongdoing here.
It
But
did
yeah,
look shady though. I can't lie. You a lawyer
I
now?
make videos. I'm running 7 businesses. I got a lot going on, and
Nigga, damn, nigga, I gotta be a
invested in
lawyer?
a crypto fund. They invested on my behalf, and I've never had access to that wallet. They're the one doing the buying and selling. I mean, there are thousands of transactions on there. I don't even have that kind of time. I'm sure you could probably even look at it and see days where I was maybe in solitary confinement or doing a video where I didn't even have access to a computer and there's trading.
True.
So for the conspiracy theorists that think I'm lying and using the fund as a cover up, I mean, there's got to be some way where you could just figure that out, or I was on a plane ride or something. But yeah,
Niggas trying to get an alibi.
that's the honest transparency is, I was in a crypto fund and people thought I owned the wallet and it's called Wu-Tang Clan. Do you listen to Wu-Tang Clan?
I have, yes.
I don't.
Yeah.
There are additional crypto investigation questions that were asked the next day that we placed at the end of this video.
So I feel like that's another indicator.
Really?
I wouldn't have named it Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
I had to educate myself on what Wu-Tang Clan was. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, basically he's saying he didn't control the wallet. Mr. Beast child slave labor proven false.
The company that is the gold standard that has been living and breathing this for the last 15 years is Tony's Open Chain, or Tony's Chocolonely. Have you heard of them? Yes. Yeah, I mean, phenomenal. They are nuts about this stuff. Like they've done all the research. They live and breathe it, like on how to eliminate child labor, how to best support the farmers, how to everything you can think of, which I'm about to go in depth on. And so I was like, hey, I need to talk to these guys. These guys know what they're doing. And so I spent a lot of time with them, and we actually formed a joint partnership with where we sourced through Tony's Open Chain with Feastables and Tony's Open Chain when we were moving over there. And
with his chocolate.
This has been a thing well before the controversy. Before anyone says, "Oh, it's only because of controversy," it was a thing before the controversy. And basically, 100% of Feastables cocoa is fair trade certified.
Finding out about these allegations right now.
Nah,
This one, I haven't heard this one either. I'll be honest.
Is expensive. It's basically the most expensive and basically 100% of Feastables cocoa is fair trade certified, which is expensive. It's basically the most expensive certification you can have on it, which for most chocolate companies would be enough. You'd get your cocoa fair trade certified, and then do you even know what fair trade certified means? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you think your viewers know? No. So if someone was like, you're unethical, and I just said, my beans are fair trade certified, my chocolate, 99% of people would be like, okay, good enough. That makes sense. So I could have just hid behind that, but I didn't think fair trade, I don't think that's enough. And so not only are 100% of Feastables beans fair trade certified, but 100% of them, we also pay a living income reference price. Have I mentioned any of this to you before? No. Okay, so 100 living income reference price, this is why it's hilarious how people are claiming we unethically source our cocoa. And I'm ready to lay this out because everyone who said I use slave labor and I don't care, I hope you delete your videos because you were literally spreading severe disinformation. So for us, one of the main drivers of child labor and cocoa is poverty. They don't make enough money. So you can't just go to a farmer and say, don't use child labor, because if they can't afford to pay a grown-up, then you're telling them, hey, go starve. They have to make money. So one of the ways you can eliminate child labor is you have to pay a living income. So there's a thing called living income reference price where they look at, and tell me if I need to dumb it down or whatever, I don't know. But they look at inflation, the cost of bread, basically the cost of living in these areas in West Africa. And they say, hey, if a farmer sells you a metric ton of cocoa, they need to get paid blank to actually be able to live. If you're paying under that, it's just not reasonable for them to live, which then will...
Now, the Nestle shit I said make a lot more sense now. Bro. Damn, bro, I feel bad for this nigga a little bit, bro. This nigga's fighting an uphill battle. Niggas do not care where Crunch came from. They don't care where Caramello came from. Y'all niggas don't even know to think about that. Niggas still eat Nestle to this day. Nobody cares. Nestle has bro, look at Nestle's chocolate brands. They got 8 of them bitches. Niggas eat all of these, bro. Niggas eat all of these. Coffee Crisp is delicious, by the way. Niggas eat all of these. And I know they don't go that hard. They don't go that hard. They just do whatever's cheaper. They just do whatever's cheaper. And niggas don't give them the same. Bro, I just want people in life to keep it a buck. It's cool to criticize, bro. We've all been there, done that. Niggas is worth criticizing, bro. It's okay to do that. But don't pick and choose when to do it.
I mean, for them to live, they're going to have to use child labor. So 100% of our beans would pay a living income reference price. So if a farmer theoretically sold us a metric ton of cocoa for, I'll make up a number, $800, and the living income reference price is $1,000, we'll go, hey, we actually want to pay you $1,000 for that, a $200 premium on top of it to make sure you make enough money to live off of. And that's what we do for all our beans, which is crazy. You know what I mean? But if we're doing this, we don't want child labor on the farms. And so there's child labor mediation system, and there's a lot of stuff. And this is where Tony's has been great to work with. We have people who check in on the farms and, interview the families, interview the kids. If there are cases, remediate it, follow up, make sure the case was remediated. And it's about part of solving child labor is making sure the farmers make more money. So we also have coaches that will work with farms to, on their theoretical hectare, see if there's any way they can educate.
David and I must be sub. Welcome back to AZ. Josh, welcome back, bro.
Make 10% more money. Therefore, they're not as in poverty, so it's easier.
Anyway, okay. Realistically, Dog pack right now. Okay, so I guess that was mainly all of it.
The
Damn, he really
company
didn't
that is the gold standard.
There was some stuff I feel like he didn't mention. I feel like I'm blanking a little bit. But I'm glad he finally said something, bro. I'm glad he finally said something. I do feel like the most damning thing was probably the crypto stuff just because of how shady it looked. Just his association is kind of like bad, obviously, because of like how the wallet was being managed and shit like that. But I feel like as long as he's not instructing the nigga to do the shady shit, he just needs to distance himself from people, realistically, bro. Cause like, if you have a nigga around you doing shady shit, just distance yourself from that nigga, bro. Because he's making you look crazy, bro. He's making you look really bad. Oh, so you like the video? Boom. You're gonna like that one too, man. Go ahead, just. Bro, click the video. What the? Bro, that's what I be saying, like.